Greetings, ladles, jelly spoons, and all other non-binary kitchen utensils. This is Gravy Wheels again this week. Sorry, we missed last week. It's Andrew. Hi.
Again. Yeah.
This is Franklin.
And I'm Hova. And we're all drinking things out of mugs right now, I noticed.
Yeah. We, not to let you in on the secret here, last week, lots of us were throwing up and pooping a lot. So it was not a good time to record a podcast.
Which sounds like we all hung out and then all got sick afterwards, but we didn't. I mean, Frank and I saw each other, but that was just coincidental.
But then like people's kids being sick and stuff
Yeah.
too, which was like, I thought it was food poisoning or neuro, but we'd have to be like in the same area. We weren't.
Could have been noro or just like stomach flu or something. Who knows? But yeah, it's been going around. Hopefully you and yours have not been afflicted with this.
Or hopefully have, because
particular-
fuck you! Why aren't you donating to our Patreon?
Or hopefully you have and you lost some weight. And I hope those pants fit better.
You big thick bitch.
I only puked one time, but the mud butt stayed around for a while. And my stomach is still like, has that like knot in it, you know, where you're just like not 100%, I don't know, comfortable.
Yeah.
Just feels a little fucky. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a weird bug, man, that a lot of people got at the same time in different areas.
I heard it escaped from a laboratory.
Science is scary.
I heard it's because 5G.
All I know is that fucking movie,
Outbreak with the monkeys.
The Happening. It's happening. I think The Happening is happening.
The happening, but instead of making you kill yourself, the plants are just making you barf.
Yeah, they're just giving us the fucking booty flu and laughing. They're gonna redo that movie one day, or a similar concept will come out.
Is that the one where
And
the
then
plants try to
maybe
kill
it'll be good.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah, but not in a cool way like the ruins.
the concept was so cool though. Like just a pheromone that is released and it makes you not value your life anymore. And so there's just people diving under lawnmowers and shit.
That's weird.
But the execution was just...
It doesn't have to be a pheromone. That can just be modern civilization.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
We don't
Speaking of
need
movies,
Marky Mark as a lead role in the Scared of Plants movie.
in anything, is that what you were going to say?
Well, I mean, you can finish it that way too.
Unless it's an underwear ad.
Hey, a Wahlburgers just opened up across the street from my apartment.
I've never been. I want to go.
Me neither, but they do have a sign where if you buy an adult entree, kids under 12 eat free.
Damn.
So I'm gonna take Wolf there and get some free burgers.
Hell yeah.
Does it say anything about like Vietnamese people on the front door on the sign because of his past? What a piece of shit. Fuck Mark Wahlberg.
Not familiar.
I'll co-sign that, but I don't know why.
All right, never mind. They have the
These are
Wahlburgers.
really good teddy bear daddy.
They have Wahlburgers like the sauces and pickles and stuff at like all the Hy-Vees and shit too. So
The Wahlburgers across the street from my house is inside of Hy-Vee.
Nice.
and is Patrick Mahomes do the commercials for them too?
I don't know. I don't watch TV.
It's just all promos together.
I don't even think you have to watch TV to see Patrick Mahomes ads. That's just how well branched out they are.
Or his dumb stupid wife.
What do you guys think about that
Shh.
that Key and Peele skit coming out about aliens?
I mean, they're no Will Smith, but I'll take them in an alien movie.
Hold on. Let's fix that sentence. Are you talking about Jordan Peele's new movie, Nope?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop it. It looks great. It looks super good. All of his other movies have been dope so far, so why I expect the same for this.
What is it? Get Out and what?
Get Out and Us.
I don't think I've seen either one of those.
You haven't seen Get Out?
No.
Get Out's really good.
I have a hard time watching scary movies just because I don't care enough to get invested. I don't know. Like, just everything's over the top or not. I don't know. It's weird. It has to be like a monster movie or some shit for me to care, I guess. Does that make sense? If it's just like jump scares like that are predictable and shit, I get bored really fast. And
No, this is not that. You will.
Okay.
You will.
I get-
just watch it. Just sit
Okay.
down and watch it. It's great.
It's like a psychological thriller more than it is a jump scare movie.
okay.
It's
You guys see the
definitely.
one-
It's definitely has a lot more going on than just like standard horror movie shit. There's a point to it.
I was thinking that one movie that I saw was his, but I guess it's not. It's the one with the chick that's like that she like parties with the kids in the basement. It's like Ma or some shit. The fuck was that called?
Oh, I
You know what I'm
had.
talking about?
I know. I know there is a movie called Ma. I don't know anything about it.
I wish
But
It's
yes,
also
I'll
that like singular word title, so I just assumed that.
I
and
wish
it was like very that esque.
I wish we had teachers in high school that would party with the kids instead of football coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Linda.
Because there's a couple of those teachers I wanted to get pregnant.
I don't know who you are. So what is Jordan Peele's like role in that? Is he the writer, director, everything?
Writer director.
Okay, Ma was written by Scotty Landez and directed by Tate Taylor. So definitely not.
No, he was also Jordan Peele was also involved in the new Candyman movie. He didn't direct it, but
Oh,
he was had fingers in that pie.
I love putting fingers in pie.
Did you guys,
I've never seen that.
Andrew?
Have you seen the original or the new one?
I've seen the original, but I remember barely anything from it. It was a long time ago. I probably legitimately rented the VHS from Scotton's Video back in the day. That's how long it's been. So
Was that kind
Yeah.
of like an Emmett Till thing where he was accused of being creepy and then they like burn him alive?
Well,
Was that the take on the remake, or was there something like that? Because
that's a little bit of what the remake is like. Yeah,
okay.
the original is more like they kill him because he fell in love with a white woman, an affluent white woman, and he was lynched
Yeah, okay.
and like tortured really badly.
what was the time frame?
I don't know. It's the plantation era, I think.
Oh.
The character was a woodworker and he was super skilled. And his
I thought
talents
I always thought of it as a much more modern. So whenever you started talking about the
Well,
plot,
that's
I was
like-
Well,
wow,
no,
this
like the
is-
origin stories like back then.
Yeah, that's
the
the origin.
origin story.
But
yeah.
the movie itself takes place in 90s Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna say I thought it was like present day at the time.
Yeah, but the origin of that character has
Right.
much has roots way further back.
Interesting.
Pretty
Yeah,
scary,
that
dudes.
That movie rules. I really like the first Candyman. I haven't seen the other two though.
Does anybody watch the last Leatherface movie?
No,
I've
not
got a
yet.
big spoiler which might make you want to watch it.
Okay.
So of course it's a Leatherface movie. Texas Chainsaw, so you've got Leatherface, blah blah blah. But the original lady is like intertwined in it to like come back and like kill him because she became like a sheriff after the events of the original story.
Okay.
That really doesn't play a whole like lot into the movie, but it's like there to get you excited and gung ho. I'm not really gonna spoil any of that. But he kills like a lot, like all of the younger characters in there are all like SJWs, and they're all like hoity-toity, like Starbucks. I need like quinoa in my chocolate instead of Rice Krispies, like type stuff, and like Leatherface just straight up just like chainsaw murders that, and I think that they wrote it specifically to be like anti-millennial because
To
if you watch,
triggering.
it's like their characters are blown out of proportion to be all like millennial SJW types, and then they just get fucking
Like
chainsawed.
LA hipsters to the extreme.
Yeah, I thought it was awkward. Like what
Because
target are
like, it was an overreach type thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of reach and overreaches, we've got a lot of stuff going on this month.
Do we?
Yeah, we got the piece of shit Halo TV show coming out, which is already horrible.
Hey, can we fucking hope for anything, please?
I have hope still.
There was a Chevy Silverado in a frame.
It's a Chevy Tahoe.
Whatever.
They were like,
it doesn't last. The vehicle doesn't last 2,000 years, 500
the headline
years.
was like, it was there
Sure
for
it
a
does.
reason.
Sure, it does. Why not? It's an antique. Can you even think about how depressing it's going to be in like many years from now when classic cars are like Kia Rios?
Listen, it could be good. Okay, might be. What else? What else is the important week you're alluding to?
Well, we also got the Mario Kart stuff is coming out this month.
Yeah. Yes.
Information about the new
starting to
Mario Kart?
come out.
There's like the Final Fantasy just came out. Something else just came out. There's that Tiny Tina thing coming out.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring came out. There's a lot of stuff going on in March. And isn't there another TV show or something related to a video game that was announced or is coming out too?
Moon Knight starts this month on Disney Plus, which I'm pretty excited for. I like Moon Knight a lot. So, The Batman. We had The Batman.
Batman.
Have not seen yet.
Does he?
It's good. It's good.
Did they bring back Batman with like nipples on the suit again or not? Because I've been in protest. I haven't watched a single Batman.
Yeah,
since nipples.
smooth peck Batman's not for me. If I'm
No.
being honest.
Sadly, no. But I do like his suit in this one. It is like very armor like.
So, which way are you pointing the carrot? Greater than or less than Christian Bale?
The portrayal of the character. Or you mean
Sure.
are you talking? Okay, hold on. What are you asking me? Are you asking me
I don't
is the
know.
movie better than the Nolan movies, or is
No. Just Christian Bale's Batman versus
Robert Pattinson?
yeah.
I think
I
that's
would
really
answer
hard
that.
to judge because we got 3 Christian Bales and we got 1 Robert Pattinson.
If I got asked that question,
I guess-
I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. I would not answer that question.
I feel like as an outsider who hasn't seen it yet, the question has always been in my mind is like, is it going to convince me? You know, I mean, it's just like, it's weird when you start to get in the position where you've seen a character like that played by multiple different actors.
Yeah.
So at some point you're going to watch one and be like, I'm just not buying this shit anymore. That's not Batman.
No, I was still with it. I think he did a good job.
See
I believe-
the
His version of the character that I believe is like really obsessed with this like one thing, with this like beating the shit, like trying to redeem Gotham or whatever in this one specific way. Because he spends very little time as Bruce Wayne in the movie because he's not interested in being Bruce Wayne. He doesn't really give a shit about that part of
straight
himself.
kick-ass mode.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I've seen that the fans are pretty divided on like whether or not it's as good or better than Christian Bale, but it seems pretty positive overall.
Overall, I like the movie. I like that it really leans into sort of like the gothic kind of grunginess of it. I mean, there's fucking Nirvana in it, so
Nice. Hey, Nirvana's in the new Pam and Tommy show too, so check that out on Hulu.
There's a lot of Nirvana stuff going on this year because it's the 30th anniversary of Bleach or In Utero. Which one?
I just
Dunno.
now that I think about it, I just sold last week a DVD copy of Nevermind with the baby on the.
It's
in the
Nevermind.
pool
It's the
on the
30th
cover.
anniversary of Nevermind. Yeah.
Oh, is it Nevermind?
Yeah, because they also.
Yeah, I sold that last week, so I wondered if there was something going on because I had it listed for a while.
yeah, well, things come back around too.
Oh, for sure, dude. I also sold a Michael Bolton cassette sealed. It
for like $16 or something, right?
was like 7. Rolling in the dough now.
Damn.
but I probably got it for a dime, so that's like 400% profit or some shit.
Hey, what you need to do?
What just broke? What was
That's
that?
my dog. My dog is
okay.
scratching at the door. She wants him.
Do you remember whenever you were a TA, Joey? Do you remember whenever you were a TA and you had to like
Of
turn
course
off
I
all that
remember
stuff?
whenever I was a TA.
And you basically come over and play dodgeball with me and the little kids.
Yeah, and we physically assault
Children.
minors.
Hey, we were minors too, though.
That's
at
true.
least I
so
was.
It's all fair.
So
It's all okay.
it was minor on minor crime.
Plus, statute of limitations. Fuck it. We can talk about anything now.
I don't think we can. Some things. But remember,
Some things never become legal.
Like whenever you take the like the paper off of the big copier scanner, and you just put your face, it's so nice and warm. That's what your That's what your 3D print plates are like. So
When I would print the answer sheets to the fucking homework and then leave them in the trash next to the door so that the kids could go fucking get the answer sheets out of the trash.
well, hey, everybody listening, it's okay.
Good times.
The kids that picked up the sheet couldn't read, so it didn't help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's totally fine. And that was probably also because I was the math TA, but Frank was the spelling TA, so that was his fault. That was his bad anyways. Because he did the same thing for the answer sheets for English.
Oh, we get a new Kirby game this month too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that 3D action adventure puzzle, whatever the fuck.
They say it
Have you
plays a lot like Super Mario 3D All Stars, is what somebody was saying.
No, Odyssey.
Odyssey.
It looks exactly like Odyssey.
It has you haven't played the demo yet?
I have not.
No.
There's an there is an eShop demo, and it's great. It's really fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice.
The only thing I've played on a handheld recently, or tried to, is somebody sold me a bunk copy of Pokemon Heart Gold for the Nintendo 3DS. And
Regular DS.
It doesn't work.
Frank is like, go to the most legitimate, trustworthy used game store in the area. It's right down the street, bro. It'll be fine. Wink, wink. I had to walk through a taco shop and fucking order a double mega cheesy layer quesarito and then give 3 winks and a handshake to get into this place. And now Frank's mad at me because his fucking copy of Soul Silver doesn't work or whatever the fuck. Highway robbery, $115. They probably paid the poor 8-year-old like $7.
You can go on Etsy and get one of those for $15.
Yeah.
Repro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got something cool out of it.
When are you coming and getting the receipt? You
I
better.
don't fucking-
I don't know what their return policy
Oh,
is.
I have to. I have to come down. It might be today. I might be there tonight. Do you remember there was something stupid on the Facebook Marketplace that we saw?
Oh yeah, you have to come get that.
I have to meet that guy and pick that up.
Nice.
Very
Well, I've
good.
got a receipt and that tax stuff. If I don't think you'll need it other than the picture, but I'll just give you all that while you're down here too. And then maybe we can go to Hardee's and get a monster biscuit or something.
It's some sexual innuendo I do not understand.
Monster biscuit sounds legitimately upsetting.
It does kind of sound upsetting. Can I just say real quick that all the Arby's haters out there can go fuck themselves?
No, Arby's is great.
No, it's
Thank
not.
you.
I've had it.
I just don't understand all the Arby's. I mean, I think it's like anything. There's going to be certain locations that are dog shit, and then certain locations that are pretty good. And it all mostly comes down to the owners and the management. I mean, it does. Come on, Frank. You've worked in fast food. You know how it is. They all get the same shit from the same food companies and all that shit, but it's all about how well the kitchen's kept and how it's prepared and if they follow the recipes the right way and how long it sits on the warm table and shit. But our Arby's is good, okay? And I'm just sick of seeing all this slander out there. And it's been really weighing on my mind lately. And I also want to go ahead and just put this on the record that Bronco Berry Sauce from Arby's is the finest selection of all dipping sauces available at fast food restaurants in the United States.
It's the only.
I gotta let my dog in. She's losing her mind.
It's the only redeeming quality of Arby's.
I made my own Bronco Berry Sauce one time at home, and it was very tasty. You just get like a raspberry preserve and then mix in fucking whatever spices and shit you want.
I'm just saying the real atrocity was that Michael Vick fed those dogs Arby's and not the dogs fighting. All
Are
right.
you like backed away from your desk further than normal? Because you're quieter than normal. All of a sudden, I feel like.
Oh no, I'm just, people been complaining about the audio quality, so I've been, trying to fucking.
Well, if you weren't fucking doing 3D prints and swiveling your camera and helicoptering your cock and balls below the desk every episode, maybe it would be okay.
All right, so I dialed some stuff in. So we're having issues like that.
You still having those, or is that's the old one?
That's an old one. That was one that was also worse. And then we're getting like much better. And like that one is like fucking solid.
So what did you do? What'd you tweak?
My Z offset and my belt tension has been like a little wonky. I don't know if I got like something with the belt tension right off the bat was wrong with it. But I also noticed that this is another print that this is how the print was supposed to come out. And this is how they're coming out. And there's been 5 of those that came out all busted and fucked up like that, where all of a sudden it just starts shifting over. I found out that that's not actually the printer. Something happened on that micro SD card because I have not edited that G code at all or changed it, and it's just shifted. It's fucked. The G code's fucked.
I had a G code error too, where it would just get to a certain part in the early print and then like jam up and say failed, and I had to slice it. I had to reslice it.
Yeah, but like all these are coming out like perfectly fine. A bunch of other stuff is coming out perfectly fine. So yeah, it's very, very fucking stressful. And I'm just leaving that spool on there and running it for the next like 48 hours straight to run all of that spool off because I'm done. I'm done fucking with this.
Done, son. Going back to movies a little bit. I know Frank said he had seen it. Have you seen the new Ghostbusters, Andrew? Afterlife?
No, I haven't seen either of the recent ones.
Don't skip the first.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna watch it.
Hey, don't be sexist. Don't be a sexist pig, Andrew.
No,
You're on the right side
it
of
just
history.
legitimately wasn't like interesting. It just wasn't.
I'll be the judge of that.
It didn't feel anything like Ghostbusters. It was just like a fucking Nickelodeon short movie that they spent $400 on. It was bad. But the new one's good, man. They brought back the original cast, like everybody damn near.
Even the dead guy, they brought him back.
They did.
Incredible. That sounds hard to do.
But it's a ghost movie. But it was
Ghosties.
really good. I was really surprised.
I'll get it's one of those things that like I'm sure I'll just get around to eventually. There'll be some day where I'm like folding laundry and I'm like, this is on HBO. I'll finally watch it.
I actually bought it. I was at Walmart getting groceries and I saw it on an end cap, so I just went ahead and bought it on Blu-ray for a movie night with the kiddos, and they enjoyed it, so it was worth.
Since it's just me, my wife is out of town now because she's the like promotional stuff for her book is beginning. So she's in New York right now, getting that sort of started, and it's a real crazy time for us. But anyways, so right now it's just me and Wolf at home, and we've been watching horror stuff. So we watched Trick or Treat, and I think we're gonna watch Cabin in the Woods, maybe like Evil Dead 2. Gonna get into some stuff.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. Trick or Treat's really good. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Go find it.
I wish I was a parent.
Yeah. You probably could have been. You might still be.
I'm pretty sure I might be sterilized from all the drug use and the
All
alcoholism.
the alleged drug use.
Oh, yeah, alleged. Allegedly. No, because you guys get to submit your kids to like really fun, cool things, and then make them have nightmares for the rest of their life by showing them fucking horror movies. So I think it would be cool.
Somebody
It's
has
fun.
to show them the violence in this world, and
It's fun to ruin a child, yes.
yeah. Why would I not let? I'm not gonna let somebody else do that.
But I'd be like weird with it though. I'd be like watching like movies with like where they're always afraid of the bed, like the hand coming up on the bed. I'd like make a hand out of like hot dogs and gelatin and leave it in their bed at night. So whenever they like kick their feet and they wake up to like a gelatiny hot dog hand.
When you become a parent, you will be too tired to do laundry that comes after that.
Yeah,
After they destroy a bunch of hot dogs all over your sheets.
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
It's a game.
Have we talked about it on the podcast yet? It would have had to have been 2 weeks ago that we talked about it the first time.
Then probably not. Has it even been out for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Just
Really?
not
Barely.
quite, I think. I thought it came out on Friday.
We haven't talked.
Anyways, it's out now. I've played a lot of it. It's good. It's good, kids. If you have any like ability to tolerate that sort of game where it's difficult, it's a difficult game. But it's all also pattern recognition. Like all the bosses in that game are essentially the same as Mega Man bosses, where, they have tells for their attacks.
Yeah.
You react in a certain way, you'll be fine. They have, prescribed behaviors. But yeah, it's big. It's really big. It's fucking huge. And there's so much shit to do in it. If you want to, I don't need to rehash. I'm sure if you are aware of video games, you've seen a lot of Elden Ring discourse that's been going on for the last, several weeks. But I am here to say that it actually delivers on the hype, which is, I'm as surprised as anybody. I didn't think that would be possible at this point.
Yeah, and there's some controversy about blah blah this, blah blah that. Actually, no, there really isn't. It's just a hard fucking game, and people like to fucking shit complain about fucking stupid stuff. Like not having the pause menu and being glitchy as fuck on PC.
Yeah, the PC port is not very good. That's how I've been playing it. It has issues, technical problems. And I don't think that it's... Lots of people have legitimate complaints about design aspects of the game. Like, multiplayer is really cumbersome. Again, it's annoying that you can't pause it. Stuff like that. The UI is okay. It's not very good. And I think those are all legit complaints. It's not I get lots of people are giving it perfect scores, giving it 10 out of 10, right? And if you play the game, I think that you understand why that is, because it just feels legitimately exciting and really well made. But it's not perfect. It does still have flaws. It does still have issues.
It's really pretty, and I love grinding the same spots over and over and over and over again. I'm honing some stuff, but I'm just not good at that type of fucking. It's and I found out that the combat's so slow, is what kind of fucks me up. That's my main fucking things. It's not the constantly dying and dying and dying and dying, and starting back over and having to go get your fucking money back. Blah blah blah. It's just how slow that fucking combat movement system is that fucking.
Well, it's really it really rewards your patience and observation, and I can't count on my hands the number of times in this game that I've died with one hit left on a boss, because I get impatient and I want to get that last hit just out and be done with it. So instead of waiting for a good opening, I just go in and try to make it happen. It doesn't work. But that's the mentality you have to bring to it, is you have to be really focused on your preservation. It's a good game. It's fun. Lots of stuff to do. Tons of different environments, tombs, optional bosses, equipment, build combinations.
Yeah, and I think that in the future there's going to be a lot more games that are adapting and stealing the Soul style stuff.
Well, I mean,
Because
that's.
there's already another one that just came out that is like really similar to all the Soul stuff.
I mean, ever since the first Dark Souls, that's been happening, though. I mean, that's not new.
Because the new Final Fantasy, the combat system is like straight up, because most Final Fantasy is turn-based, or like a hybrid of real-time and turn-based, or like Final Fantasy 15 was like completely different from that, where you could control 3 people at the same time, real-time or like slow. Well, fucking the new Final Fantasy Origins is like Souls. It's fucking... But it's faster paced. It's like, imagine like Devil May Cry, speed, hack and slash, and dodging and stuff in Dark Souls. Because you're... It's not slow.
It could be fun. It sounds sort of, well, Bloodborne is another Souls game that has that faster pace, but
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about this new Final Fantasy game. I didn't know that it was going to be interesting. I just preemptively ignored everything about it.
Yeah, because fuck Final Fantasy.
Because yeah, no thanks. Speaking of Final Fantasy, have either of you checked out Chocobo GP yet?
No, I'm not playing a goddamn Chocobo fucking racing game.
I don't know what that is.
It's a kart racer that's on the Switch now. Starring Final Fantasy characters. It sucks.
Dude, I was so excited about Nickelodeon Kart Racer. Every time kart racers get brought up, that's just what I think of. You see the characters on the title screen, and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking great."
Hey Arnold,
You
move
would
it,
think
football
a
head.
kart racer would be like super straightforward and easy to just shit out a decent one, but apparently it's not.
I really don't
all.
understand how there are still so few people who have figured out how to do it right.
I mean,
Yeah,
racing with Ryan is better than Mario Kart.
Uh-huh.
Sure. What was
It's
the
awful.
What was the Burger King one? Big Bumpin'?
No.
When one of them
Pocket
it was just-
Bike Racer.
Yeah, Pocket Bike Racer.
That game was actually fun. It
I was
wasn't,
gonna say I remember it being decent though.
it wasn't great, but it was good for an
like
afternoon.
What was it like? You had to have a Happy Meal, and then it was like $8 or something like that.
They were $4 according to
Yeah,
my
so for
memory.
$4 it was fine, but like these other, like Nickelodeon Kart Racer comes out and they're like $39.99, and then you play the first race and you're like, why? Oh, why did I? I pre-ordered that shit for $40. I'm an idiot.
Listeners and viewers, I want you to imagine Hova and Andrew in Hova's candy van driving to all the Burger Kings and ordering all the kids' meals so that way they could get copies of the game.
That did not happen. First of all,
Did it?
Yeah, I went with my mom.
I don't even remember. I just remember that I had them. I don't remember like the process of getting them.
Mugging
think they were,
school
like-
children.
I mean, they would let you buy all 3 just like from one drive-through experience. I believe there was 4
I think so. Weren't there? Yeah,
thought
Big
there was
Bumpin',
Big Bumpin'
Pocket Bike Racer.
and Sneak King. It's just
I've said this, and I've said this again. We need to have a fast food chain kart racer game where you have like the little Taco Bell dog fucking driving a fucking
Against all
monster
the other
truck
mascots.
that's shaped like a taco that's driving against Freckle
Captain
Bitch from
D
Wendy's.
in a ship.
Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
In a
What-
stupid fucking
but the-
clown car.
The problem with that is that people go through mascots too fast. Like, that Taco Bell Chihuahua hasn't been around for 20 years.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
Because Jared Fogle totally wouldn't be driving the Subway NASCAR car.
Nope, can't do that.
No.
And it's only a foot long. It's only a foot long car, and he's on top of it.
Wasn't Jeff Gordon like a Subway mouthpiece for a while?
Probably.
That Jeffrey, yes.
Well, that's not fair. I mean, he gets to drive a stock car.
Is it for me the one place that I see advertised with like celebrities and shit? Because I think like Steph Curry and somebody else now are Subway mascots, but that's like the one place that I see, and I'm like, oh, that's like dirty money. Like Subway's like I still get certain things like the what is it, the BMT and shit, just like the standard lunch meat sandwiches I'll get. But I used to really like the chicken sandwiches and stuff from there until I realized like how dog shit the quality was, and just like the chances of getting a gristle lump in one out of every 4 bites are pretty fucking high. And after working there and seeing like the oven roasted chicken breast patties, whatever the hell those things were made out of and everything,
I have a problem with chicken products. Whenever you cook it and you slice it and you have like a side profile view of it, it looks like it has a crumb, like air bubbles inside of it,
it's not,
like bread.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that at one point it was liquid and enough to have perfect little spherical little air bubbles in it.
Yeah.
Whenever it cured.
We good.
But yeah, that's the one like celebrity commercial that I'll see and be like, oh, that dirty money. I don't know. No other fast food ones like really bother me, but Subway always kind of grosses me out.
Isn't I like I like that the weird stories behind franchises like that. Like, doesn't Shaquille O'Neal own like a shitload of Papa John's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe Shaquille O'Neal owns several Papa John's franchises.
They're right next to his DJ equipment stores. And his general.
Every time you turn on the TV, you'll see Shaq in a different ad, selling like just holding the tiniest little fucking pill bottle or something. He's like, and he doesn't even like have a line. He just like looks at the camera and winks or some shit. You're like, oh, okay. So Shaq uses that too, I guess. And now I have.
You got a Shaq, no problem. Wingstop, rapper Rick Ross owns a shitload of Wingstops. He even owns he owns one that's like close to where I live in Brooklyn too, so that's fun.
Yeah, because like people like walk in there and like every once in a while he'd like actually be in there, supposedly is what I've heard.
I have yet to run into Rick Ross at a Wingstop.
I've heard people talk about it on podcast. I'm getting a Wingstop like just down the road. It's gonna be like a block away, and I'm gonna fuck that shit up, dog.
Wingstop.
They're okay. They're not amazing.
I think if I was like ridiculously rich like that, I would do the exact same thing, because you've got the real estate. Even if like the franchise goes under, you're getting that
diversified,
that monthly revenue. You know, whatever your slice of the pie is, you're still getting that, and you're completely hands off while they're just running the ship. And then if everything fails, Wingstop goes under, you've got all these fucking prime real estate spots that you can just sell to the fucking next big franchise that wants to move in.
To Wingstart.
Exactly.
Wingstop is way better than fucking Buffalo Wild Wings. You got to give them that.
Or Party Cities, corn dogs, and funnel cakes. I would invest in that.
I can't eat at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Why? Why do they put fucking peanut oil in something or some shit?
Yep.
I don't even taste
it. Peanut oil gives everything a little bit more of a crispy, I feel like. And it can give like that little bit of a nutty taste.
That sucks. Fucking, I ate a shit ton of fucking Chick-fil-A the other weekend. I had a
Can't eat there either.
I ate so much goddamn Chick-fil-A. I had like 4 sandwiches, a fucking 12-piece tender, a cool bacon ranch wrap. I only got one order of waffle fries, so I was holding back.
Holding back. I do want to shout out a little Lawrence eatery though. If you're ever in Lawrence or within relatively short driving distance, you should come to town and check out Lucky Seb's. They are like a little teeny tiny dumpling place. I think that they're going to be opening up a bigger spot soon, but they're literally open 3 days a week right now. They're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I would order from them every weekend. They have really good dumplings, good fried rice, stuff like that. And they don't usually have nuts on their menu. So every time I would call on, I'd say, I have a nut allergy, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, you're good. And so I had been doing that for probably a month or two, ordering there every weekend. And finally one day they were like, oh yeah, we just got rid of everything, all the nuts in the kitchen. Or like, you since you are such a frequent, person here, and like we have other people who also have concerns about that. We just decided to nix it all together. So no nuts. Nuts
I
are
got to
off.
think they're like, are nuts really essential to any of our dishes?
Yeah, it's like they're not typically. Usually, it's almost always like a garnish, right?
Right.
Or a
yeah.
sauce or something
Unless it's
maybe.
a sauce, yeah.
Pad Thai will have crushed up peanut butters, and you got Springfield cashew chicken, and then you got some chicken
Fucking
chicken satay
Chinese
will have like a peanut sauce, but like that's usually it unless you get in some weird stuff. But it's usually just like a garnish or an add texture, which
I haven't had legit dumplings in a long time.
I got some dumplings
Yeah.
for you.
Well, I just want to shout them out because that was really cool. And
I want them.
yeah,
damn
I just
dumplings.
appreciate that as someone,
Have you made it to the William S. Burroughs house since you're in old Lawrence?
No, I have not.
I wanna buy that place, but it's a private residence. They should turn it into a fucking museum and have like mugwumps and stuff.
Is that where he shot his wife?
I don't know if that's where they did the William Tell trick at. They did the thing where they put she put the apple on her head, Joey,
Yeah.
and then he did dink, and then he accidentally popped a cap in her.
Oops.
All berries.
Happens.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
Surprise
Not do the
entertainment.
William Tell trick?
Right.
You burnt the tuna casserole. Let's try the William Tell trick.
I would never burn tuna casserole.
Get the apple.
It's still like my favorite meal. Which is
Uh,
why I'm extremely fat. Fuck Andrew for having the metabolism that he has.
yeah, it's such bullshit.
Always sucking down.
I gained weight. I just had the stomach flu for the last week.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
The
furry bitch.
Oh, look at the kitty. Right before I had literally the day before I started throwing up, we went to the Levi's store and bought new clothes. So now nothing fits right because I've lost a bunch of weight immediately after.
Dude, I legitimately ate a big bowl of tuna helper right before I started throwing up. So it was real colorful and interesting.
It's gnarly.
That's the best thing you want to throw up.
Look at this dumb asshole. Look at this dumb asshole. Look at him.
Yeah, I see him.
Listeners, look at him.
Look at that dumb asshole. What is he looking at? Don't you do it! Don't you do it! I'll trip him up with a banana peel. He's gonna
I don't
fuck
think
it.
you give a
He's
fuck.
gonna fuck up with the 3D printer. Bastard. Fucking hate cats.
That's why you have two of them?
He loves water. That's why he won't drown. Yeah, get out of here.
Get a fish tank.
So he can kill all the fish? Or do you want me to put like a toaster in the
No,
fish
like-
tank?
In replacement of the cats. I think if you just go to Petco, though, there's like a trade-in policy. Some sort.
The dumpster behind it.
You can return it. You can bring in a cat for store credit.
Yeah, you could probably get quite a bit of fish for fucking 2 cats.
I don't know. Cats are not in demand.
Fish are more expensive than I expected, too. I mean, like, once you buy all the bullshit, man, there's so much. But I guess the upkeep is, like, almost nothing, so.
And you didn't even go to like a cool place. You didn't even go to like Picasso's or like the places up here. All the fish places up here, dude. They're fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't like driving
Oh
an
my
hour
God.
and a half to buy a fish.
Hey guys.
I don't understand the appeal.
A fish.
A fish?
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Now, I never really did either, but she wanted it, so I was like, all right, let's do it. And then it's fun. It's fun to have around.
I think that it's honestly, it's the only, as an American, it's the only household pet you can have that it might be ethical to eat whenever you're done with them being a pet. Because fish don't have feelings.
I watched Finding Nemo. I know that's not true.
Yeah, fuck you, first of all. Our fish will watch TV with us, man. They, like, go to the end of they just stare at the fucking TV whenever it's on. They'll follow our
Just like
hands and
us.
shit. Yep.
Fish are just like us.
Exactly like us.
So Captain Asshole over here, he's figured out, you know how cats always like to make biscuits? He knows how to make biscuits on the TV remote and crank the volume up at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, that's a cool dude.
That's real cool, dude.
So you fall asleep with the TV on?
Yeah, when I turn the volume all the way down.
So what's your go to sleep show?
I usually leave it on like MTV or whatever Ridiculous is on, or True TV with Impractical Jokers.
I watched a good little like mini doc on YouTube about how Rob Dyrdek like owns MTV and he has like for like 15 years now or some shit because his shit got so big that it's basically the only thing that MTV even plays anymore because they just are scrambling for original content and they can't really figure it out. And so he has all the power in the negotiations and how exactly the whole Fantasy Factory and all that worked. Yeah, it was actually really interesting. Like whenever he signed the deal for Fantasy Factory, MTV didn't have any control to like say yes or no to any of the ad deals that he was bringing in for that show. And there was lots of shows where he would just be like, and I never even noticed it watching it as a younger person, but like there's episodes where he was just like skating around the Fantasy Factory as like the Hardee's star, and then he would jump into that foam pit. And then if there was, you remember whenever he was opening skate parks around the US for the kids and shit, if you look in the like all those skate parks, there was a Hardee's star statue. So they were all Hardee's deals. And the way that he set up the contract with MTV is hey, you have no say in any of the ad deals, but we'll split them down the middle. So, but Dyrdek would do all the work. He would go out and they would pitch this idea to Hardee's, and then they'd negotiate the price, and then he'd get half of the money, and then he would also like use those Hardee's deals and deals with like Chevy and all this other shit to promote his own new businesses, because remember he did like toys and all kinds of shit. So it was actually fucking genius because he was just using MTV as like his own ad platform that he was fully in charge of all the negotiations and pocketing half of the revenue. And MTV was like, hey, we're cool with it because we don't have to do any work and we're getting half the revenue. So shit's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, I keep getting that recommended to me on YouTube, and I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I watched it the other day. It was pretty good.
Speaking of how we're going to take over social media, I think we're a clip show now.
Well, you haven't started our clip channel yet. That's how it works, Frank. We have a main channel and we have a clip channel.
Oh, I forgot about... I was talking about something completely different. I was talking about screen sharing.
And now Frank's frozen.
He's still there.
Okay.
That was fun. Thanks for that.
We did a little PG on this one. Next time it's going to be heavy.
I want to see things getting lost in buttholes and whispering eyes, and
I don't think we can show that.
we could try.
Oh, hey. You're a liar.
Which one?
Andrew, you never lie. It's always him. He's the fucking liar. You said that, Tommy Lee's cock only, like, talks in that one episode, but it talks, like, 2 or 3 times later on in the series.
You're talking about Sesame Street, right?
Yes. Brought to you by the letter H. I said it dies off after early on. There wasn't very many episodes total, was there? I don't know. Maybe it was just because I had a long enough break between the beginning and the end, but I know for a fact that, like, the last at least 3 episodes don't have his talking weenus.
No, I think it only happens once, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. I wish. Also, I'm pretty sure Tommy's cock was a prosthetic, but it looked nice.
Really, the
moving... So you were accusing Joey of lying about something that he didn't lie about?
That I, in fact, lied about.
It's pretty fucked. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, it's like, what? There's no logic. There's no connective tissue here.
None at all. That's a pretty good show, though. It's one of those, like... What do you even call that? Like a... It's not a docu... Is it a docu-series?
Docudrama?
Docudrama? Yeah, I guess that would be better. Docu-fiction.
It's like a fictionalized version of events.
Series. But those always... I always come away, like, being like, oh, did that really happen? Did that... Now I want to see, like, a legit documentary about it. You know, to kind of know what all was true and what was exaggeration. Same thing with fucking, the Russian chick that's
Well, I
Anna
couldn't
Delvey.
finish. I couldn't even like finish the first episode.
The accent is so hard, but I understand why it is the way it is. But yeah, after seeing her in Ozark, it's a real hard stretch to get through it. It's kind of a hard watch, but
And she's like British,
Anna Delvey.
I think.
Well, that's the thing, is that like no one really knew who she
No,
was.
no,
and
the
she was
actual
of Russian
actor.
descent.
The actual actor, the real
Right.
person. It's
Right,
like
but I think
English,
the
so-
idea behind the accent is that she was like
Yeah.
Russian descent, grew up in Germany, but also had like British, so like her accent was all over the place.
But she can totally talk like a fucking hillbilly, like the motherfuckers that are like down around
Really
where
well.
where my fucking parents live at. Exact spitting image them. She looks like a dot girl too. She looks like one of those like 15 or 16 or 17-year-old girls that they pay to work the gas pumps down at the docks whenever you get gas on the water.
They did a really good job with everything in that show. The depiction of the Midwest was pretty done.
You're still talking about Sesame Street, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Zaboomafoo, actually.
Zaboomafoo.
I fucking miss Zaboomafoo, dude.
Do you have
Miss
those
it
on
so
cassette
much.
tapes? You need to have those on cassette tapes. If you don't have those on cassette tapes, I'm
should.
mad. So I need
The
to come
Kratts are
borrow
still
them.
on PBS, dude.
They like own
Turned on
PBS.
PBS for the kids the other day. Yeah, they probably do. I mean, they should at this point, for fucking Christ's sake. It's sad that all those shows that we grew up with, like, there's still like variations of them, but they're so bastardized. It feels like. Do you guys remember? Was it Zoom? Zoom, I think.
What?
It was a PBS show where it was just like kids on a fucking big
Yeah,
stage,
yeah,
and they would
yeah,
just
yeah.
do like science experiments and shit.
No, I don't remember that.
It was pretty cool. I was always like into the science and stuff.
Did you guys watch Beekman's World?
God, I was just about to mention Beekman's Laboratory or whatever the fuck that show is called.
Bill Nye and Beekman.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking childhood right there.
The thing that like, it took me a while to figure out what this was, but you mentioned sleep shows earlier, and the show that I always fall asleep to every night is Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And the episodes with Dr. Forrester and Frank, that like lab set that they have reminded me so much of Beekman's World.
I miss that show.
So they're still
They-
Stuff like
they
that's
just
probably
started-
really hard to find.
They just started making new episodes again. The first episode of season 13, I think, will be publicly available at the beginning of May.
Holy shit. Same guy?
Yep.
Still Beekman?
No. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Mystery Science Theater.
Fuck, I wish. What happened to that guy?
Beekman? I don't know. Beekman's
This dumb motherfucker.
I have
shooting
a-
H.
I have a TV guilty pleasure, and I want to see if you guys can relate at all. But I like shitty reality TV shows, but not like, oh, we live in the house, like who's the love interest drama and who's going to get drunk and get in a fight, but like the Gold Rush and shit like that. Do you guys have any
Oh, yeah. Like,
any draw
wait.
to those?
What are you talking about?
Like Discovery Network type reality TV shows.
the mystery of
Where
Oak
it's like people-
Island.
Where it's like people, sometimes that stuff, but I'm more like jobs, I guess. Like people where it's like a line of work that you would never see an inside view of.
Oh, okay,
Treasure Hunter
yeah.
is a job, you dumb motherfucker.
I will eat you out from the inside.
I used to watch a shitload of Deadliest Catch, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my crabs differently from
Yeah, those shows are like really
College
fun,
bar.
and then once they get like more, you know, you can kind of tell that there's like a director that's like, hey, this episode would be really cool if you like lit these fireworks off in the cabin while Johnny's taking a shit, and it's just like, okay, you can tell this is all kind of theatrical now. But
no, yeah, things like that are fascinating.
there was a show that I really liked, and I think it was only like a season or two, but it was called Filthy Riches, and it was all these guys that had weird ass like hustles. Like there was these guys that would get earthworms, redworms out of they were in like Maine or some shit, And when the tides would recede, they would go out into the mud flats and
Recede.
they would pull out.
Recede.
What did I say? Reside?
Reside.
Yeah, same shit, right? Whenever the tides would reside, they would go out on the fucking mud, on the mud flats. They pull these giant worms, and they do it for hours, and they just fill these buckets full of fucking worms, and you're like, why in the fuck would you do that? But then you
Japanese
find
porn?
out that they're paying like 40 cents a worm or some shit, so they'd bring home 2 buckets. It'd be like $800 for the 2.5 hours they played in the mud. Shit's kind of crazy. There was like other guys that would get ginseng in like the fucking woods in Kentucky. They would find ginseng.
No, but that ginseng shit is like fucking highly illegal though too, because that's yeah. That's like borderline illegal.
There was another guy that
I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about ginseng.
I think there was a guy that was in New York State somewhere next to a river, and he had like he was like an old timey, simple life kind of guy living in the woods, but he built an eel trap in the river behind his house, and he would trap these eels and then smoke them and just sell smoked eel, which apparently has like a fucking premium on it because I don't know why, you tell me, but just some weird shit that people do for money is super fascinating to me.
The ginseng thing is that usually whenever people go out into the wilderness to collect ginseng to sell to like restaurants and shit and like herbalists, is that they're stealing it from national parks. And you're not supposed to go into the national parks and like take plants and shit away.
Yeah.
So
This
they're
was
out there
their
like
own land.
fucking, yeah, I doubt it.
It was like this dude's land. He had like 3 boys, and they would go out on 4-wheelers, and they had a dog that could sniff it out, I think.
But yeah,
That's the curious thing too about like Discovery and shit, is that they do those shows based around illegal shit. Like Moonshiners was fascinating as fuck
Amish
for
Mafia.
a little while. But yeah, Amish Mafia sounded interesting, right? I think Moonshiners was legit like at first, but that's definitely one that you try to watch a current episode and it's like, this is straight dog shit.
I do know, and I I don't know if he's still alive or not, an ex-Amish man who left the family whenever he had like the Rumspringa or whatever. Rumspring, yeah, that thing.
Rumspringa, yeah.
Always had really good mushrooms and LSD, which was fucking weird. And his name was Clancy. Another thing, you were just talking about that made me like really want that we need like another Insomniac with David Tell, where he just goes and like hangs out with people who work the night shifts of like these boring ass fucking warehouse jobs, or like the people that take care of the penguins and shit.
The shit refining factory, like remember the waste management plant episode, and then there was an episode where those big fucking rats, the
Nutria?
yeah, Nutria. I remember there was guys in like an S10 that were just like working for the Parks and Recreation Department, and he had like a subsonic 22 with a nice scope on it, and they would just ride around in this S10 and shoot Nutria in the middle of I don't remember, it was a big city, it was like in the middle of Seattle or some shit, you know. It was wild. That show was so good. I think that's one of those shows that
Insomniac
if, like, you look
was
it up, you
great.
wouldn't even be able to find it.
And you can't. All right, so I figured out how to watch Insomniac. There's a TV broadcaster thing up in Canada that offers streaming to your devices.
VPN. This episode's brought to you by NordVPN.
No,
You can
it's
watch
ExpressVPN.
like Insomniac. Okay.
No, but you can't, because I tried to sign up for it and everything, and I do have a VPN, and I've just started using it now because I'm trying to tour in a bunch of things. But
Allegedly.
whenever I tried to buy the David Tell thing, your credit card has to be based in fucking Canada. So we need a fan who's a Canadian that I can pay money to monthly.
I'm pretty sure I know a guy, because I had somebody a couple years ago ship me. He works at a gas station somewhere in Canada, and he sent me a picture of Doritos, ketchup flavored Doritos. And I was like, yeah. And he sent me a fucking case of like 50 bags of ketchup Doritos. So I'm pretty sure he'd let us use his credit card details.
You have to have like proof of address of Canada or to get the service.
Dude,
and it really pissed
We're
me
in.
off.
And then as soon as one of us is in, we could just fucking record the whole thing, allegedly. And then all 3 of us have it, so.
I'm sure. I bet
No, you
I
know
bet
what?
you can find it somewhere.
We're gonna pull a Rand from
Dude.
Tom and Pammy. Is we're gonna put it on VHS tapes and circulate it.
There you go. I don't know. I'm not so convinced, Andrew, because whenever I got that wild itch in my ass that I wanted to go back and binge the Osbournes, that shit is like nowhere to be found. I had to
DVDs.
dig even on eBay, and even then there was only like a copy or two even available for sale. And
I
like
was
one
having that-
season is missing because something with the sister had like ownership rights or backed out of a season, and so there was only a half a season or something. I don't know.
Which
I have like
sister?
2.5 seasons on
I was-
DVD.
I was having an issue with that too. I was trying to find the movie Dead Alive. It's a like Peter Jackson directed it. It's not like an totally unknown movie. or
Is that
anything.
his first video where they're in Nova Scotia or New Zealand? They're in New Zealand, and it's a weird. Oh, it's so weird.
It's a zombie movie that's like super super violent and has like tons of like ridiculous ways to kill zombies in it. It's a really fun movie. I could not find a place to rent it or buy it online.
Yeah.
Unless I wanted to buy a DVD.
No, I watched that. I watched it on a streaming service though recently. Because it's like really shittily filmed. Because it's like it's from like 19. Yeah, it's like it looks bad because it's like filmed in 1992.
My recollection, I used to have it on DVD. My recollection is that it looked fine. I don't remember it looking bad, but
I wonder why these networks don't like, especially. I feel like MTV is just struggling right now with. I mean, does anybody watch? I mean, all of network TV is obviously. So why aren't they just throwing anything out there right now, like re-airing the Osborne show, and same with Comedy Central. They've got to have their hands on so much old IP, unless there's been enough acquisition.
just gonna show How High for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the plan. What was the Busey show too?
Time with Busey?
Oh.
Yeah, something like that. I couldn't. I was trying to find that, and I found some like
YouTube.
online hosted, and some of them were watchable, and some were just like in such shit quality it wasn't even worth it. But I remember that show was fucking.
Where am I supposed to be able to watch Shasta McNasty?
Don't remember that one.
I'm thinking of it because it starred Jake Busey.
Hey, he was a really good actor in that movie with the big ants.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, you mean Ants?
That L. Ron Hubbard book.
Dynetics. Thank you to Javelin for letting us use your song. Soda Popinski is our little thing, our little ditty about Jack and Diane. Thank you to Tyler Edwards for the art.
Little Ditty. Oh, speaking of art from
Sucking
Tyler,
down chili dog outside the Chasey Freeze. What?
I gotta go to the post office. I've got some art from Tyler at the post office. I gotta go pick up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll show you guys next episode.
Sounds fun.
Oh wait, no, hold up! I've got a surprise reveal. Shh! Stop.
It's his ball sack.
Stop. That's what I want.
He got it bleached.
This can't be good, right?
No.
This can't
Not
be
at all.
good. Andrew, you already
Oh shit,
seen
he can
this.
still hear me.
Oh!
Oh, it's a lithophane reveal. Oh god, I already know what it is. It's my channel art icon guy avatar. Hey, you live with that karma.
That's the one that was already cracked. So I got some more. You can make them like little Christmas tree ornaments.
I'm not gonna put those on my Christmas tree, but I appreciate it.
Sure you will.
Fuck you, man.
Maybe my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree that I'll put in here.
Give you a Charlie Brown.
I don't know what that is, but I'm excited. What's the word of the day?
The word this week is bye.